and I thought I'll just sneak my hand under the cow and push on the teeth so we can grab it, you know. But that was a mistake.
Hey guys, hope you're doing amazing today. We're doing a little better with the calf, but we kind of wanted to update you on what's going on and some of the things we've learned and some of the things we want to do going forward, just to make it an easier process for us in the future. So one of the things we did is we called the vets, and the vets came out. We wanted to make sure everything was okay. Bridget was milking the mom cow to basically relieve pressure on her because the baby wasn't drinking. Also to collect some of that milk so we could feed the baby that milk. What we found though is it was kind of coming out like
bloody, really pink, brown.
Yeah, so we were a little bit worried about her. So again, we wanted the vets to check that out. We wanted the vets to check out the baby. So the vets came and we had Bui in the chute, and the baby was actually laying in the forest. So we were able to go get the baby while Bui was in the forest, and we got them both checked out. And nothing major happening. We figure it might be a little bit of bacteria, but also, what did she say, like...
Yeah, she's so engorged that broke some blood vessels, so might be that.
Exactly. So nothing too concerning for, she said nothing too concerning for us anyway, just keep an eye on everything. So one of the things we found with having a baby Highland is it's not as big as other cows. So this one can actually fit underneath the electric fence that we've put up. So multiple times he's walked out, he's come out, laid in the forest, laid in a path on the other side.
In the blueberry bush.
In the blueberry bush. The other night, it was kind of funny because I told Bui that she has to tell us when the baby gets out. And sure enough, she actually did. The one night,
yeah.
Guess it was last night, she was mooing quite loudly at me. So I came out, and the baby had actually walked all the way over to the house. So brought the baby back. So one of the things we've realized is we need to actually put a lower strand of electric fencing for the Highlands and the Highland baby, just to make sure they stay inside.
Because we have some coyote at night, so
we want to make sure that he'll be okay and safe. The other thing we found is we're not really set up properly for expanding our herd. We have kind of 2 fields in the shelter, but we don't have separated pens. So we can't separate the baby and the mommy. We can't separate, now that the baby's a bull, a male, we realize we're going to need to separate him
at some point.
At some point, so he's not with the girls. And we'll probably have him before, we need to harvest him at 2 years, and probably at 1.5 he'll be able to start
snip it,
doing things. So that's another thing we've got to work on before then.
Yeah.
So the one time the baby escaped, Bui was out feeding, getting herself some hay. So we actually brought the little guy up to the house, and it was really cool because the boys were here, and they were able to pet and feed him.
Yeah, so because we have to bottle feed him, basically it's great because we can take advantage a little bit of the situation. So we were able to let the boys bottle feed the baby, and I think they really had a lot of fun, and it was a great moment.
Yeah, all 3 were able to pet him, eh?
Yeah, pet him, and even Odin was having fun.
Yeah, Odin was here and kind of wanted to play with them.
Yeah.
which
Got
was
a new friend.
yeah. So the baby was trying to headbutt him. It was quite funny.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
Yeah, and a really good experience, I think, for the boys to be able to not only
Get that close.
get that
you know?
close, but see where their food really comes from and the whole experience around it and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
so because the baby wasn't drinking that much, we found out this morning the baby was actually drinking from one of the udders, one of the teats.
Yes.
So you noticed it. You said it was like
Really smaller than the 3¼ that we call.
yeah,
So that's a really great sign. That means he's been drinking.
exactly.
So hopefully if we could switch to the
To
3
the 3 others, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but there's still a bit of blood. Maybe he doesn't like the taste of it, or they're so big, so maybe he has trouble grabbing it.
Exactly.
But at least we know he's drinking.
Yep. Before that, you were actually mixing up the bottles with the powdered milk for him to drink.
Yes.
So you're doing that a couple times a day.
Yeah, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Always 2 liters, but there was a day that he drank 3 liters, so I was glad I prepared 2 bottles just in case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's been getting a lot better now that we've seen.
Yeah, he was jumping around yesterday, so
yeah. Even noticed that when we're trying to feed him, he's getting stronger and kind of pushing away and moving more than he was before.
Yeah, and then at lunchtime I went to try bottle feed him and he wouldn't take it, so that's a good sign. That's mean he's probably, he did had some, so.
Exactly, he's probably full from mom, which is great.
Yeah.
So one of the things we really wanted to bring up in this video is safety on the homestead, especially with cows.
And especially with Highland cows?
Yeah, because of the horns. You know, as docile as they can be and as friendly as they can be, there's still moments, especially with a baby, where it can get dangerous. And we had an incident where basically you were on the other side.
Yeah, so I was basically going into the field. I was going to milk the mommy, but then I saw the baby was going around trying to you know, drink from her. So I thought that's great, that's the moment I need. So I'm gonna go help him and plug him into the mom. So I basically stand behind the baby. That's what you're always supposed to do. So, and I managed to plug him into one of the teat, and that was great, that was awesome. So he drank a little bit of milk. Then I was like, I would say, on my knees on the ground a little bit. So, and the cow head was on my right and the baby was between us. But at some point the baby, you know, stopped drinking and he walked toward the front of the mom and walked on the other side. And I could see from under that he was trying to find more teeth, the teeth. And I thought I'll just sneak my hand under the cow and push on the teeth so he can grab it, you know. But that was a mistake. So because the mom always knows where the baby is, so she probably felt something on the other side, and for her it was a danger. So she turned her back and she horned me, and then she came again and horned me again and rolled me on the floor. So I got pretty scared. Adrenaline kicked in, but then I was on my butt facing her and she stopped. So I said, whoa, whoa, and you know how cow doesn't react well with sudden movement, and so let's say I would have started running, that would be a mistake. So I stayed calm, slowly stand up, and walked away from her and the baby and just left the field basically. But that was scary.
Was just another one of those learning experiences that thankfully did not go bad.
Yeah.
It was one of those that you learn from it and you definitely remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, what I should have done is just follow the baby. And basically the baby is my shield because she'll never hurt the baby. So you never want to be between the mom and the baby or on the other side of the baby. So you want to be behind the baby and just you move with the baby. That's it.
Yeah, just like bad guys, use the kids as your shield.
But I'm not hurt and I felt a poke on my back, but I'm all good and lesson learned.
Yeah, yeah. And again, you know, the animal might not be trying to harm you.
Yeah.
But
I think that was more a warning.
Yeah, it's one of those. But even if the animal doesn't try to harm you, something big like the Highland cow with the horns can still do damage. And people have been killed by cows and other large animals just for mistakes that, you know, probably could have been prevented. So
yeah,
it's one of those that just reminded us to be very careful and you know,
follow the rule.
Make sure we have everything lined up and doing it the proper way, kind of thing, to be safe. So
hi Odin.
Unlike this animal right here. All right guys, so hope you like this little update and little safety briefing. Make sure you get down there, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave us a comment, especially if you've had any scary experiences on the farm or homestead. You know, if you've had like one of those Monty Python rabbits where they like leaped up and that sort of thing. So thanks again guys for checking us out. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Love ya.